What's up guys? My name is Noah from WB Off-Road, and this is my 2009 Tacoma. If you're a longtime viewer, you probably know we already have done a walk around of some of our rigs. I still have the Tacoma. It has just changed a lot, so I figured I would make a new walk around. And then Nick has a different vehicle. He still has the Ranger, but he has a different thing for wheeling now. Long story short, this is the Tacoma walk around. As I said, this is my 2009 Toyota Tacoma. It is the TRD Off-Road package and it also has the SR5 package. So it's basically the best thing you could buy from Toyota in 2009. People like to talk about suspension. I'm sorry, I don't have good suspension still. Not yet, not yet. I've been saving my money. I am planning on doing something big for this truck this summer. But as of right now, we have the stock TRD off-road suspension, which is basically just a Bilstein 5100 setup front and rear. And it is stock ride height, believe it or not. Speaking of stock ride height, you're probably wondering how I fit a full 33-inch tire on this thing with basically no rubbing. This is the most recent addition to the truck. This is a Falken RT in a 285/75 R16. It is a true size 33, so none of that 32.8 stuff. And it is riding on a KMC Canyon 16-inch wheel with 0 offset, and I believe it is 8.5 inches wide. I'll double check that though. So the 0 offset gives it a little poke, but not too much to where you're just rubbing on everything. And speaking of rubbing, I don't rub at all due to some major modifications. So as you know, I have no lift. Suspension is completely stock. So what I had done is I got my fenders trimmed 1.5 inches off. Some people don't like to cut their fenders, they like to keep them stock. I think they look better personally, and they don't rub at all. Since I got my fenders trimmed, I don't have any fender liners anymore. So my intake is really exposed and a lot of stuff gets sucked into it. So next mod for this thing is gonna be a cowl intake. I'll make a video on that, installing it, telling you why the cowl intake is, in my opinion, the best alternative for an intake if you don't have your fender liners. And then I also have an all-pro off-road body mount relocation. Didn't do a body mount chop just for the future, because eventually I do want to run 35s on this thing, and the body mount chop you still rub a little bit. But with the relocation, absolutely no rubbing. These tires are not 3-peak rated either. When I got them, I was a little bit concerned about that, but they do have good siping on them, so I wasn't too worried. And winter's about over. I went through a lot of snowstorms, rainstorms with these tires. I'll even show a clip of me driving on some ice, and they are pretty grippy on the snow and ice. Great tire, highly recommend them. They come in a billion sizes. Falken RT. So these are my RCI rock sliders. They were on the truck last video. I've had them on there for almost 2 years now. As you can tell, got a little rock rash on them. Been using them a little bit, and they are a great slider. They flex when you want them to flex. They bang, do everything good, I guess. They're a piece of metal on the side of the truck. What more do you want? So now for probably the most noticeable thing on the truck is my ginormous steel front bumper. The thing has a slight bit of a rake because of this. Anyways, this is a Relentless Fabrication Summit front bumper with single fog light cutouts. They actually don't make this bumper anymore, unfortunately. So, pretty good front bumper. Shout out Relentless Fabrication. Solid company right there. Now, in this front bumper, I have a Warn Evo 10K winch. And I got it right before they started pumping out the wireless one. So this one is wired, but it's not too much of a hassle. Control box is right here inside, easy to reach. Same with the spool release, easy to reach, just right in there. I got these splitting D-ring shackles. I've used them a couple times because now that I have a winch, I mainly just use the winch if I get stuck. But I actually won those for free. And I mean, it's nice not to take them on and off each time. And as for my lighting, these are Baja Designs Squadron Sport lights. And to be honest, I don't think you need any more lighting on the trail. I don't off-road too much at night, but when I do, these give plenty of light. I don't feel like I need more light. I don't feel like I need like 2 ditch lights and like a 20-inch light bar and then like 2 9-inch lights here. Like, I don't need the sun when I'm driving at night. So these do the trick. They're great in snowstorms, off-roading at night, and overall worth the money. So I don't like all those fancy headlights and grills on these trucks. I think they look stupid in my opinion. So I just have black housing, OEM headlight, and just LED bulbs in there. It's a great setup. I think it looks good. These are my favorite looking lights in my opinion for these first half of the second gen Tacomas. There's some good light options for the second gen and a half, but I think these look great. And as for the grill, this thing did come with a chrome grill. Not a massive fan of chrome, but I painted it last time and that looked really bad over time. It chipped a bunch. So I just decided to go on eBay, get a true black grill. It was like 90 bucks. But yeah, it's been holding up good. That is the front end of the truck. All right, interior of this thing, very simple. If you've never been in one of these trucks, it is super practical. Everything is where it should be. It's simple, it's nice, and nothing's really broke. So good job, Toyota. Good interior on these things. No need to upgrade really anything in here. Since I bought the thing, I've put about 25,000 to 30,000 miles on it. It is running 219,000 miles as of right now. Maintenance wise, it's got to be on top of it. You can't just run it with no oil like people say. Just because it's Toyota doesn't mean it's indestructible. These things definitely can blow up, but if you maintain it, very reliable vehicle. That's it for the walk around of my 2009 Toyota Tacoma. Hope you guys found this informational or somewhat enjoyable, and we'll see you guys in the next one. No rubbing.